if you're looking for a good broker, I think this is a great question, by the way. What questions would you ask them when vetting them out?
Yeah, do you know what? This is a really, really good question, and one I, strangely enough, get a lot. For me, I think there's a few key points. I mean, there's between myself and sort of the 2 or 3 other brokers that are online quite a lot, all of which are awesome. I say to people, you've got to like them first and foremost. Go and do your research. I personally think any decent broker does put themselves out there online, does really show what they're all about, because that gives you the opportunity to get to know them. There are people genuinely out there that will be watching this right now thinking, that guy seems like a bit of a knob, and that's fine, because there's going to be somebody else who's got just as much knowledge as me, who they will just get on with that bit better. So I think first and foremost, you've just got to get on with them. These are people you are going to, if you're planning on being successful in property, you're going to be speaking to this person for a long time, and for pretty frequently as well. So you want to be able to get on with them. The second thing is you need to find someone that actually has a genuine knowledge for your area or your strategy. If someone comes to me and wants a residential mortgage, yes, theoretically, can I do it? Will I be able to do it, to a decent degree? Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, more often than not, especially if I'm a bit busy, I will say to them, look, I'll be honest with you, there's probably somebody slightly better for this, and I will have other people that I can recommend. But my area of expertise is helping investors, is helping them grow their portfolio. I understand the strategies. I know what BRR is. Yeah. I know what commercial to residential looks like. I know the figures on BRR and bridging and, service accommodation, social housing, all these types of property strategies I know inside out, back to front. And so, you need to find a broker that has that area of expertise and understands that market. This whole, a lot of the standard is, they've got to have access to the whole market. A lot of brokers in the specialist space will have access to the whole market. And to be honest with you, when it comes to things like bridging and development finance and commercial, a lot of it comes down to relationships anyway. I might have a relationship with one lender and another broker has a relationship with another lender. They will probably be able to do the same thing in the same quality because that broker has that relationship, and they can get them to go outside of criteria and all this kind of stuff. And the reality is, it wouldn't really make too much difference which of those lenders you've gone with. A good broker will just have access to the whole market, but when it comes to these kind of specialist types of finance, we'll be able to go, do you know what? We can access this particular lender, can lend on the open market value, for example, not on your purchase price. Or this lender, because we need to do things quickly, they can put an indemnity insurance policy in place to cover you for searches. So we basically, the legals will take a week. That kind of stuff. Just knowing that you have access to those kind of lenders. So market access is important, but to be honest with you, if you've got a broker that's been in the game, I've been in the game 15 years. If they've been in the game that long, they should. I mean, if I didn't have decent relationships, I probably should have given up a while ago.
You shouldn't be in the game.
Exactly. So they're the kind of things to look at, but maybe, not necessarily a traditional answer, but for me, the two things are just, knowledge of an area of expertise in your specialist strategy that you want to do. And obviously just likability, because you're going to be dealing with them fairly frequently.
Absolutely. That's one of the key points in property, not just with brokers, is likability. The next most popular question I get next to broker questions, even though I'm not a broker, is essentially raising finance. And I always say raising finance for myself is really, really easy because there's a certain number of people I've been able to, that essentially like me, and then they trust me and essentially lend me money. And if you can get yourself out there through whatever medium it is, social media, YouTube, whatever it is, you will essentially raise money. And you'll be very surprised. There's people out there with very, very deep pockets as well.
Do you know what though, Aaron? I'm not saying in any way, shape or form that you're not likable, because of course you are. But the fact of the matter is, you are doing what every single property investor, to be honest, every single business owner, anyone that does things where they need the world to know what they do, they should be doing what you're doing, and to a lesser extent what I'm doing at a smaller scale. You're telling the world that you know what you're talking about. You're giving free advice. You're giving value to people, but subconsciously you're also saying to them, hey, I know my stuff and I've got experience. These are the things I've done. These are the mistakes I've made. Absolutely. And every single person watching this should be doing exactly the same thing. Have a YouTube channel, have an Instagram account, be pushing this stuff out non-stop into the atmosphere for people to pick up on. And you will find it a lot easier to be able to go to somebody and say, hey, look, I've got a new project I need to raise some finance for, can you help me out? By the way, here's my YouTube, here's my Instagram, if you haven't, seen it already. And then they can suddenly go, actually, yeah, my money is safe in the hands of this person. So you're doing the right thing, 100%.
Absolutely. Thank you. Great answer, mate.